Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video we're going to talk about the plans for the upcoming week. If you're new to the channel, this is an income generating account where our goal is to generate at least $600 every week. And if you watched yesterday's video, you would see we show our trade history, and we have hit that minimum goal of $600 every week for the last 28 weeks straight. The account continues to grow, and next week we have some big plans incoming. So as you know, I sell options. I sell cash secured puts, which means I'm agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. I sell covered calls, which means I'm agreeing to sell the stock for a predetermined price. And I collect some high yield dividends. So next week, I'm actually going to ask you guys, I want to know what your thoughts are. I could sell some new options, open some new positions, and generate our $600 that way. Or I can roll positions. When you're rolling a position, you're still agreeing to buy or sell it, but you're changing your expiration date. And when you do that, you get to collect a credit. You don't have to put any more collateral down, so the collateral that you had from the initial position is already in there. So that means I would have more capital freed up to buy roughly around 150 shares of ULTY next week. Now, if I open new positions and collected revenue that way, I would probably only be able to buy about 50 shares of ULTY, maybe a little bit less. But either way, we'll still hit our minimum $600 a week goal. Want to know what your thoughts are. Do I buy more ULTY or do I sell some more options? And if you're like, well, options are diversification, it's better. I agree. Options are better. But I do have quite a few open option contracts. We're scrolling down. These are all open options. Galore. There we go. So that's all the options I have. So quite a few of them. On the flip side of that, we do have quite a few shares of ULTY, 2,265. Our goal is to get 3,000 shares. If we hit $600 every week, that roughly allows us to get 100 shares each week. So that's not bad. But I could probably get about 150 next week if I don't invest into new positions. So when you sell a cash secured put, like I said, you're agreeing to buy a stock for that predetermined price. So let's use WRD here as our example. We sold a $7.50 put. That means we agreed to buy it for $7.50. But that means we have to give the market collateral because it's a cash secured put. So you take 100 because there's 100 shares in an option contract and you multiply it by your strike price. In this case, our strike price is $7.50. So 100 times 750 is $750. So the market would hold $750 while we wait for expiration, and they'll pay us a credit. So for this position, they paid us $43 just to agree to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And so the market's holding that collateral. But what's going to happen is I'm going to roll this position. So the market's going to keep that collateral, but they're going to pay me another credit, maybe another $30-$40. So then I'm looking at about $70 just for agreeing to buy this position, and I'll roll it again and again. So do we keep rolling and buy some more ULTY? Do we open some new positions and buy less ULTY? Don't worry. Either way, we're going to hit our $600 a week goal. That's never an obstacle for us right now, but it's more, what do you think we should do? I'd love to know your opinions in the comments below. I've loved the discussions. I know a lot of people are huge in the yield max, and it's gotten a lot of new investors, and I'm glad to see that. But remember, you still need to diversify a little bit. Sell some options, collect some income that way, then collect some income from the yield max funds. That way, when you do have a big market correction, a 20% drop, your account is not just buried because you're all in on a couple of funds. Spread it out, collect money in all the ways that you can, generate some revenue, and watch your account grow. It'll snowball. It takes some time at first, but it will grow. And with that being said, just a short video tonight. I just wanted to kind of touch base on what your thoughts were for the upcoming week. Like I said, I'm kind of leaning on rolling some positions and just buying 150 shares of ULTY. But if everyone in the comments says, hey, you know what, stick to your plan, buy 50 or so a week, you'll get that 3,000, I'm good with that too. Love to know what your thoughts are, and if you would, help me out trying to grow the channel. If you would subscribe, if this content helps you at all, helps you understand options, or gives you a little bit more confidence to open some new positions. Always remember, though, not financial advice. These are just my opinions. I'm just a dude on YouTube, but I want us all to grow together. So if you would help me out, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.